Hello, friends, and welcome back to Clash On with TheJakeman. I am TheJakeman, and welcome back to the show. We are on the progress base, and as you can see here, the snake event is in full effect. So the snake barrel, I've been using it a little bit today. Obviously, the event's only been going on for a couple of hours here, but the primary problem that I see right now is that the snakes themselves are very, very squishy. They do not seem to have any hit points, and at the upper levels, the top levels, I'd say 15, 16, 17, you're really running into some problems with a lot of splash damage on the base. What does that mean? Well, you can bring, I think, 38 snake barrels. So when you bring this melee swarm, you really have to take down a large portion of the base. So utilizing the Royal Champion's rocket boots and using the invisibility spell with the Spirit Fox, and you can take down 23 to 25% of the base, then the snakes overwhelm. I really think Clash is really missed an opportunity here. I think they could have had a lot more fun with Snake Barrel here. So the Snake Barrel itself is 888 hit points with 88 damage, and the spawned units that are coming out there's a lot. Here's where it goes into the nuts though. So Snake level 1, you get the 200 hit points. So on the surface, it seems like you're getting a tremendous amount of overwhelming support, which it will give some support, but one mortar blast, and you're going to lose the majority of your snakes. So almost going in a repetitive, like hit 3 snake barrels and then let them move through, because they can jump over walls, and then hit another 3. So we're going to look at a couple of those and see if we can make that work. You do have the Firecracker, the level 12 Firecracker. So it is a cross between the Super Archer and the Super Wizard. So you're kind of seeing that mash up here. It is a ranged troop, so it's fun and everything like this, but I think they could have had a little bit more with the snakes since the snake event. And what a great type of troop they could have really had fun with. But seems like they missed some of those opportunities. But as I said, we've got that builder moving. So the builder is building. And now we're just in a wait game now. The next piece that we're going to talk about is the upcoming February update. We know what's coming. We have the majority of the defense displayed here. We're going to zoom in here on the mortar because the mortar is going to get a big lift. So I'm highlighting this right now because I do have it on the second tier of the supercharge, and I'm going to end up losing that. What was that? How long did that last? A few months? I get why they're doing it. I see that they're somebody like me who likes to grind, keep on, I don't like when the game gets not enough for me to do. When there's not enough for me to do, I start to pull back a little bit. So the supercharging is going to allow me to utilize my gold and elixir and all that. So I see why they did that. If you look over here, you have right together, you have the geared up archer tower and the geared up cannon. So if you remember, these are just the long range versus the short range or fast attack. So the new defense that's coming is going to merge these two together. So these are going to come together, and they're going to end up being the new defense, and it's going to end up being the multi-gear tower. And then we're going to get another siege machine that is going to be called the Troop Launcher Siege Machine. So that's what the new troops are going to be during the February update. You're going to get the scatter shot. So what's the major points that are going away are the green theme of so that red, that kind of a scarlet color is going to be gone. So your scatter shots are going to get an upgrade. Again, I'm supercharged recharge twice. And the X-bows are also going to be upgraded as well. So we're getting a lot of these new units, which always is good. It's always fantastic. I think that that's part of the appeal of everything like this. The other thing that we're going to be getting is the Snake Bracelet. So the Snake Bracelet was used during the Snake It Back event, so we got to see that as well, which was incorporating the new Snake season. So when the Snake season came out, you saw that this was going to end up being the main theme, and since the Snake barrels are there, the Snake Bracelet is also available. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that looks like in the raid shop here. So there's the Snake Bracelet. So it's going to summon, it's a passive ability, so putting these together with the Vamp Stash, keeping the king alive, is going to be where everything is the most important. So it isn't unlimited amount of snakes. I think that the max level, there are 54 snakes. So at level 1, when this is available, and of course, I will get this, but you will see that how this is going to work and what it's going to do, and what the Snake Bracelet is going to, how it's going to use, how we're going to continue to incorporate that into an epic equipment. I have a lot of ore. I haven't decided whether or not I've seen enough from the pros to show me that this is one of those items that's going to be something I should dump my ores in. I still have a large amount of equipments to move, but to continue to elevate, but I still want to get everything into that 24 range, because you do get a bump. So I was sitting at all of my epic equipment sitting at 21. Now I'm going to move them up to 24. I still like the spiky ball. I think the spiky ball, and even after the nerf of the Earthquake Boots nerf, I still think they're going to be a tremendous amount of help. Even if I have to bring an Earthquake spell along with it just to kind of accompany him with that. So one Earthquake spell to give me the damage that's going to end up doing it, because they're going to try to chop it in half, and they're also going to make it so I can't do other things. And then, of course, the nerf to the Electro Boots. Ultimately, if you play your cards right, you can still pair her with the Rocket Spear, and with that ranged type of attack, and the Rocket Boots, and the invisibility spells, I don't know how much she's not going to be able to just take down all the bases. I just don't know. I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to see it nerfed again. My Warden is, the giant fireball. I like the fireball, but my attacks are kind of ground now, so I need him to have a lot more ability, not just that burst. So I'm going to look back into the giant fireball and see how that is. The life gem is going to be very interesting because it's getting a tremendous buff. So they're saying that this, coupled with miners, looks like the new possible meta. So bringing this, passive ability, and of course with this life gem and healing spells and the Eternal Tome, you're talking about a tremendous. Or you could even bring the healing tome, so you're getting healing upon healing, and then with the life gem. So if you can keep your Warden with the life gem and the miners, or even a hybrid attack, you're seeing a glorious amount of healing. So very, very interesting times when it comes to the Warden. So we'll have to see how that works after the February update. So I wanted to give you kind of a quick snapshot of what's coming up, because that February update, the sneak peeks are already out, and just wanted to give you my take on some of the things. We're going to show you a couple of things with the snakes, and I want to show you exactly what I mean. Here we have the army that I have been messing around with a little bit. We have the 7 firecrackers, the 15 snake barrels, 2 yetis for the tanking, and then to bust down the walls, some root riders, and then I'm going to bring a siege machine with that P.E.K.K.A. blast as well. And what the objective is that we're going to take the 9 invisibility spells and the recall. So we're going to place our royal champion down, and then we're going to get as much as we can out of her without her ability automatically going off. So then we can recall her and then pull her back and then use the rocket spear to kind of clean up some of the troops over there away. So I'm not the best attacker, and I'm kind of messing with a lot of these things. So we're going a little tanky. I'm going to push as hard as I can with the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen to try to blast out some of this and kind of clean up some of these. We shall see. I don't know if I'm happy with the majority of the funneling troops, but we'll just go ahead and take a look and see how this all works. So I think this is a pretty good one. We see that we're going for these red lanterns. So we have a red lantern over here, and we have a red lantern over here in this cannon. And is that all? We've got some, and then we got an expo over here. So I could take the queen and zap her out over there. So we're going to try with the royal champion, and we're going to not put her into the harm's way here, but let's see if we can use this. So we got the town hall there. That's pretty good. We're pretty happy about that. All right, we're going to recall her. All right, we got her back. Now, we're going to hit the snake barrels here because we can kind of clean this up with our barbs over there. And let's see here. We're going to have to go here soon. So we're going to take our tanky guy over here and let's go. Boom, boom. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get him over there. And then Root Rider and Zing. We're going to get her to kind of go boom. Not too shabby for the TheJakeman. Alright. And let's keep everybody alive here. And there's our snake barrels. Let's get we'll deal with our royal champion here in a second. We want to make sure that we don't die over here. 58 seconds, I might have to use her. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can... She's still doing work for us. So that's not a bad looking attack. It's not the strongest base I've ever seen, but I mean, you know, that's not too shabby there. So we'll take that as a 3-star for the TheJakeman. But I wanted you to see the principles there for how we were going to be getting this done. Let's take a look and see if we can do another attack. We're on a pretty good win streak here of 3 stars, so we're going to keep on going. You notice the snakes are really not, they're not working out as well as they should. So the snakes are all dead. That's the real problem with all of this stuff. So this is a town hall, nothing, and I'm, you know, it's whatever. So this will be another 3-star, but I just wanted to show you how the Royal Champion deployment really is the key to all of this. So yeah, you know, I don't know if necessarily the snakes are where it's all at, but it is something that is, I think, a neat thing to try to figure out. And I just deploying them all, I wanted to show you if I just throw all of those snake barrels down, they're almost dead in a minute. Here's the Royal Champion charge with the recall spell, but also using the dragons. So we're going to go ahead and see if that works with the equipment. Still the same equipment, and the queen, I like running her with the healing now to kind of get her out on the top. And then of course with the recall and the Royal Champion and the spiky ball with the earthquake boots. So I don't know if we'll go super tanky with this, but we might try to get, depending on where the town hall is, if we go super tank, or we just take the balloon with us. So we shall see what it gives us. Let's go for another 3-star. All right, so we have a Mac Daddy amount of loot here. Where are we going to send in the Royal Champion? So we could go that Expo world there. And then we could also take the queen over here and spin her out that way. So we could put her over here and then deploy her and then cross the base. I have an opening over here for maybe a couple of Yetis. That doesn't sound so bad. So, all right, we don't have any time to waste. So let's go ahead. Maybe we take down, let's go behind these fire spitters. How about that? It's hard to talk, honestly, because, you know, you're just trying to deal with this whole thing, but I don't know if I'm able to keep her alive. It's possible. She's stuck. If I can get that town hall, that'd be awesome. Exclusive. Alright, we got her back. Now let's get these Yetis going here and here. We'll get him going this way. We'll also put Pekkaland over here. And then we've got a E-Titan who's going to be real fun. That should be great. Alright, there's this. And I should have used the queen somewhere else. Where am I going to use her? Boom. Do that, and then we have, I'm gonna have to put her back here. Let's do that. Do this, do that, and where is she? Alright, let's fill that in. It's not the worst attack. We still have a lot of stuff to do. The heroes are still alive. It was a little bit less clunky, but that Royal Champion takedown, she just really is the queen mother of this stuff. I mean, she just takes down so much stuff. The only thing that you can run into is these. I should have put a Yeti in this spot right here. I'm gonna end up time failing because of that. Oh man, what can you do? So an 87, and I left a whole bunch on the world there. So. And I should have brought something in here to clean that up. That was my fault. But we got a lot of stuff here. We got a lot of loot. Everything kind of worked out pretty well there. I Should have had the queen able to do that before, but we got our lanterns and we got a bunch of loot, so we shall take it. Well, for some reason, they're giving me a bunch of loot right now. Are people just not playing the game? I mean, what's going on here? So we're going to try to just funnel as much as we can, but we want those red lanterns so we can get the stupid snake bracelet so we can start messing with it. Let's put a couple of snakies out there. We'll even put a firecracker out there. And we'll put a couple of snakes over there. And we'll do this, because we really just want to start tanking. And then we got that, and we got this. And 1, 2, 3. We're trying to go melee, folks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just trying to overwhelm. That's what we're really trying to do. And I forgot to use the Royal Champion charge. Oh, man. Joshua. He's so funny. They're just the best. I'm just using that. Oh, man. We're just trying to just keep everybody alive here. We got the queen and the champ. Did not have all my troops either. So the snake melee with this, and of course also bringing all your troops, is also important, but I really wanted to bring it so I could get the snake bracelet there. So I'm also playing on the PC, so it's a little bit more difficult to do, but it is a lot of fun, but it's downright crazy. My friends, it is time. We now have enough for the snake bracelet. Let's see what the snake bracelet does. We are going to buy one snake bracelet. It has been unlocked. We finally have it. So let's go in the equipment and let's see. Now that we own it, we have to at least get it up to a certain level here. But it's so weak, so I'm going to try to get it a little bit more respectable, and then we'll see what it looks like. Here we have the snake bracelet at level 12. So the summon units level is already up to a 5. So the hit point increase is pretty respectable. That's not too shabby. And then, of course, I got a 5% attack speed increase with a DPS increase of 30. And let's not go into that. Let's do that. So the snake is now at level 5. So the damage went up. Good grief, it went up 20. And the hit points are now legitimately in a place it's a tremendous. So the hit points for the snake out of the snake barrel is 20. So it looks like these snakes have a lot more bulk. So let's go ahead and use this sucker and see what happens. So, all right, well, let's see here. I'm supposed to take the vamp stash and do all that stuff, but so I'm going to take the snake. I guess we'll take the snake and we'll not bring the earthquake boots. Let's just try that. Let's try that and see how that works. So we're going to wait and see when my army is trained what the snake bracelet looks like. Look over here, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to take the snake ability. So look what this does. It actually has the ability to, its attack speed is but that hit point increase is great, but that attack speed is a 5% plus a 30 DPS increase. So we also get the unlimited snakes. So we're at level 5 on this, but look over here. If I use the gauntlet, we're talking about a self-healing per second of a 37. So we also have an incoming damage reduction at 45. If I put the Phoenix on him, or maybe even like I could even like recall him and put him in another area. I don't know. We're going to see if this becomes the better idea with that, or should we just do a Rage Vial? So the health recovery, speed increase becomes crazy. Is it the rage vial that we should do? We'll have to try both of them, but let's just try this one right now because the earthquake boots, although the earthquake boots is still, it's just massive. We're going to try earthquake. So let's try the earthquake boots here, folks. And let's get in here. I think we are ready. So we have that wonky army again, but we'll see what we can play here. I brought some more Yetis this time, and I like having kind of a clear pathway here. So we'll see if that works a little bit better here. So let's see if we can go get another 3-star. All right. So we have these open holes here. Have you ever seen what happens with these open holes? Oh, man, it's funny. It's funny. So I put in all of these guys right here. Watch what happens. It's like a landmine. How do you keep everything alive? Forgot about all these stupid things. I didn't even see what the Snake Bracelet did on the Barbarian King. Oh man, they do some melee. I mean, they're still sort of alive up there. See, that thing's dead, so who cares, right? So, like I said, the snakes are pretty weak. So, but it's still a bunch of fun. So we got the lanterns, got a bunch of loot. So, well, I'll have to go back and look and see what happened with the. Let's go back and look. I guess we'll go back and look when I edit the video. We'll take a look and see what that does. So that is the Snake Bracelet, the Snake Barrel, and we shall be back next time on Clash On with the Jakeman. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a bunch of fun. We don't know how to use these troops, but we're getting some 3-stars. We're getting some great loot. That's what we're here for, Clash. If you loved it, leave a comment, like, and share. Come on back, guys. We've got lots more videos for you. This is Clash On. I am the Jakeman. Come on back. We'll see you next time.